Alright, welcome back to the Supercoach Nuff channel. In today's video we're going to look at the NRL Fantasy and Sportsdeck teams for round 7. So just combining these two together just to try and get through it a little bit quicker. Not too many people are interested in the Sportsdeck from what I can tell, which is probably relevant given the number of entrants. But it's the one I'm actually doing any good in, so I'm going to spruik it because Supercoach is struggling hard. Fantasy is not much better. So for round 7, I just need to go back 769, which was a slight bump in the overall rank, despite ranking top 25k or thereabout. But that's okay. Any progress is progress. So, excuse me, just having a look through the team. So Harry Grant, 36, probably not his best effort, but he's a gun. We'll hold on. Brandon Smith finally getting over for a try. It might not be his first for the season, but definitely I think his highest scoring game for the season. Could probably actually have a look real quick. Fixtures, no match stats. Oh, so I did get a 48. So, his 3 round average isn't too bad, so we'll hang on to him for the time being. Good dual position as well, which could be handy. Isaiah Yo, 71. He's just pumping out points for fun. Cam Murray, a little bit flatter, 57, but we're not stressed about that. Jacob Preston, 43. Jackson Ford, 39. Seems okay. I haven't looked too much at all the points and who went off on the edge, but I think we could do much worse. Unfortunately, we didn't pick the right captain. Nathan Cleary only with the 57. Nico Hines with the 73 would have been the better option. So that's okay. That's going to happen sometimes. The centres, so Val Holmes was a bit disappointing with the 26. And Lemuelu with 34. That's solid. That's what he usually gives us. Jaden Campbell with the 38. So that's pretty nice. We'll take that. Warbrick, 38 as well. That's good. Nickel Clockstead was a bit disappointing with the 21. On the bench, we had Damien Cook, 53. Yep, that's, no issues there. And then after that, we probably didn't go the right picks. So Sony Luke, 23. Jonah Pezzett, 27. And Alamotti, 32. All outscored by Katoa and Khan Pereira. So John's with the 17 meant we didn't use the loophole there. And so that's how we ended up. So obviously, lost a few points there on the bench. A couple of the guns probably a bit underwhelming, and the captaincy choice, still costing us a bit. But onwards and upwards in terms of what we're looking at this week, another 3 trades. That's interesting. I don't know what's happened there. They want us to burn all the trades apparently. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get out of Val Holmes. I just don't rate the pick. I think, if we look at the centre wing options, like averaging 50, if we compare that to other positions like hookers averaging 55, and I'm pretty sure Grant and Cook are above that. Middles, like Payne Haas, we'd love to have him in the side, averaging 68. Edges, so Papali, interestingly enough, is leading that with 60. 50 or 60 for Fafita, 58 for Nakora, so we're losing points there. Sorry, we've already looked at centres, so halves, 60s. Wing fullbacks, the top ones are about 50 as well. So it's probably not a position we want to be spending a lot of money on, particularly on, I guess, someone like Holmes. He does kick goals, which is nice, but I think we need some more of these people getting involved. So I think what we're going to do this week, trade him out. And actually, I should have done that first. It's usually easier. So swing Alamotti on field. He's not the best option, but his last 2 weeks have actually been pretty solid, and hasn't helped that the Bulldogs can't seem to keep fit and on the park. So let's trade out Holmes and see what we can do. So Payne Haas is still another 200k away. So that could potentially be something. Guess it sort of also depends on what's going on around the rest of the team. Um, so Khan Pereira, he's pretty much going to have peaked in price. That massive 70 something I think he got in NRL Fantasy will be gone too. So I don't think, that won't quite get us. So if we want to get Payne Haas, we're going to have to do another 3 trades, and it means we're burning through trades like they're going out of fashion. Um, but the one I'm interested in, I just speculating that he'll play, Declan Casey. So 277. It's not bottom dollar, but it's not the worst. So if he is named this week, I'll be willing to take a punt on him. Then what does that leave us? Just had a brain fade. 791. So that's still a good chunk of change. Obviously not paying Haas good, but we could get a Ryan Madison, which is interesting. Only in the middle. It'd be nice if he was dual, but I guess he didn't play. Actually, we 1k off him. Oh, unlucky. For feeder, well, same deal. 1k off. It's a bit flat. Nikora could be a nice little pod there on the edge. Yeah, so selected by 1.62 could be an option. I guess Canberra is fine. Yeah, so I guess it's, well, what do we do at the team? I think we still got to work on the wing fullback position, although it's not much better than centre, to be honest. So maybe we do just load up on forward and half guns. Something a bit different. Don't know. Maybe if we get someone even cheaper than Casey, that could free up some more options. But the more I look at it, the more I would actually like to get on a bit of Britton Nakora, just as that super pod option. It would be nice to have him in one format at least. So 297. Yeah, so if we do something like that, just for the sake of having a look, let's confirm those trades. And then have a look at the team. So obviously Nakora would jump in the starting side. We might put Ford on the bench just because of his flexibility. Up. Yeah, so it's not the worst sort of starting team, and a couple of good reserves. We're slowly fleshing out a solid 17. Maybe just a third half would be very nice to have. And then after this, we can do whatever we want, really. I won't even worry about that yet. We'll do that in the preview once I've had a proper look. Because, yeah, again, it's just initial thoughts. This will probably all change. But, yeah, as just a quick look at the Sportsdeck. So, 813. So, 25 spots down, but still in the top 300, which is pretty mint. Top 9%, so top 10% would be great from where I am in fantasy and or Supercoach. So I would take that. Right, so I guess we don't have to go through a lot of the scores because they're very similar. Grant and Luke, disappointing. Payne Haas, amazing. Max King, thank God for Max King holding the forward pack together there at the Dogs. Yeah, second row is pretty solid. Olaquatu is a bit flat. We might try to get out of him perhaps. Although he does play round 13. Obviously, Carraz is the one we do have to get out of with the injury. And, the rest of it is what it is. We loophole Nico Hines, so nice thing about Sportsdeck, can use the Supercoach style loophole, but you can also VC and C these guys. So this week it'll be VC Cleary, Captain Hines. let's trade out Kraz and see what we can do. 681. Let's pretty much have who we like other than Gagai, which we don't like. But I'm probably more keen for some second or wing fullback action. So, Lachlan Miller, 688, that would be nice. What about Garrick? Way fairway down the list. Oh, he's dual position too. That's interesting. Yep, we'll have us some Ruben Garrick, I reckon. And then after that, got another free trade, I suppose. Maybe this is the one where we get out of Olaquatu and get into some Britain Nakora. That'd be pretty nice. Should have probably looked to see if there's any better options around that price point, but who cares? It's Sportsdeck. But something like that. We'll have another think about it. But actually, the Sharks don't play around 13, do they? Yeah, maybe not worth the stress. It is probably something to just keep in the back of the mind about buy planning. The bigger buys coming up, but also you only have to have 13 for Supercoach anyway. Fantasy, I think you've still got to have 17. So yeah, definitely worth a think about in that format. And that'll probably be part of the round 8 preview, I think. Maybe some initial thoughts on that. But let's just do that for the purpose of the video. Yeah, cool. Nice. Might bring Alamotti in just for a laugh. Probably not game enough to actually play Talau yet. Yeah, so something like that. And yeah, we'll leave it there. Trying to shorten, sharpen up the videos a bit because I do try to get through a lot of the review stuff quickly and then obviously spend more time with the stock market video actually thinking about it. And yeah, but I think it's good too just to get those initial reactions, see where people's headspace is at after the weekend. I do enjoy the other sort of content from people that produce something similar. So might as well add my thoughts to the conversation. But yeah, if you are enjoying the NRL fantasy content in particular, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Obviously, comment if you've got thoughts around where I can improve. Yeah, really starting to live up to the Nuff tag and really struggling. So let us know if you've got any advice that could push the numbers upwards. But other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.